The Trump administration has revoked the 2018 sanctions waiver for Iran's Chabahar port from 29th of September 2025, which exposes Indian companies linked to the port's operations to US sanctions. Shortly after India issued a NOTAM for a Mach 10 hypersonic missile test, China's missile and satellite tracking vessel Yuan Wang 5 has entered the Indian Ocean to monitor and intercept telemetry from the upcoming trial. Rolls-Royce has opened its largest global capability center in Bengaluru with a 700-seat capacity, covering engineering, digital and business services. Indian Navy has inaugurated India's first 75 meters composite indoor shooting range in Kochi. India is set to procure more Israeli Heron UAVs that will now be armed with 50 km range Spike non-line of sight air-launched anti-tank guided missiles to enhance strike capabilities. The Indian Army will establish 19 additional drone training centers and procure 1,000 training drones along with 600 simulators. Hyderabad-based Avantel Limited has received a 9 crore rupees order from Garden Reach shipbuilders for the supply of Satcom products. The Indian Army has successfully overhauled the first VT-72B armored recovery vehicle at the 512 Army Base Workshop in Pune. India and Russia held the fourth meeting of the Working Subgroup on Military Cooperation, focusing on strengthening defense ties and exploring new initiatives. The chairman of Hindustan Aeronautics has directly blamed the Indian Air Force for the maintenance lapses that led to the first-ever crash of the Tejas Mach 1. The 300 J-20 stealth fighter has officially entered service with the Chinese Air Force. That makes the J-20 the world's second most numerous fifth-generation stealth fighter fleet after the American F-35. A Tejas aircraft prototype is currently under modification to integrate the Kaveri engine, marking the next phase of India's indigenous aero engine program. In the first phase, a non-functional afterburner will be fitted to validate engine dimensions, integration and safety without relying on full afterburner capability, followed by a fully operational afterburning variant. Latest media reports indicates that Russia is preparing to host Indian Air Force test pilots for hands-on evaluations of the Su-57E stealth fighter jet at the 4th State Flight Test Center of the Russian Ministry of Defense located in Aktyabrsk. Demonstrations at Aero India 2025 showcased its agility, but direct Indian pilot trials were restricted. Russia is offering full technology transfer of the Su-57 with source code access and export rights, and Russian officials have said that costs are projected 30 to 40% lower than the F-35. Dassault Aviation has offered 60% indigenous content for 114 Rafale production in India, while other contenders in the MRFA program have emphasized higher levels of local production and deeper technology transfer. Relying on imported French components for 40% of the Rafale would lead to recurring expenses and logistical challenges, and Dassault Aviation's past failure to fully meet offset obligations in the 36 Rafale deal further raises concerns about credibility. Experts have said that a minimum of 80% indigenous content is essential to cut long-term maintenance costs, reduce dependence on foreign supply chains, and ensure operational sovereignty in conflict scenarios. Today's top 3 comments.
Omar dropped it.